Lakers are fortunate to have him.
Yeah, I think we ask a lot of other coaches this in the league, but how do you stop a guy or prevent a guy or limit a guy like Luka?
Yeah, I think I've said this before. You know, he is the game plan. He is a Picasso. He's gonna paint beautiful paintings. You just try to make it tough. He's one of the best players in the world. He causes a problem when he's on the floor. And so for us, it's just to try to make it tough and try to keep him off the free throw line.
I know a couple of weeks ago, Jason, you said you'd only texted with Luka. Have you had a chance to talk more with him since?
No, I have not.
When you do, what's important to share with him for you?
That he keeps smiling. You know, when he's smiling, he's in a great place, and he's having fun. And so it's good to see that he's smiling here of late. And again, you know, just understanding that the business of basketball can be shocking, and that it was shocking to the world. But you have to move forward. You have to push forward. He has a job to do, and that's to play basketball at a high level, and I think he can do that.
You obviously know LeBron's game really well too. What have you just thought about Luka and LeBron these handful of games? What do you think about those two guys coexisting going forward?
Yeah, probably two of the greatest quarterbacks in the game. When you look at, they can throw the joker pass as well as anyone. And so our transition defense is going to be tested. Two of the highest basketball IQ players are on the same team. And so, again, our defense will be tested. Our offense will be, you know, their offense is, the ball is going to move, the ball is going to find Luka probably a lot tonight. Being on that side before with AD and the trade, our first time going back to New Orleans, we treated him like Kareem or Shaq and threw him, you know, the ball every time down in the first half. And I think the coaching staff asked in the second half, can we just run a different play so AD can get a break? And so just understanding the emotions of what some of us have been through this, and so understanding they're going to try to get Luka going early and often, so we got to be ready for that.
Jason, what has these past few weeks been like for you with processing the trade and trying to adjust to different personnel and managing the group?
Yeah, you know, for me, it's, you know, I had to deal with the cards. Before the trade, we had a lot of injuries. And so just trying to get the guys that are playing, focus on what the game plan is and what we're asking them to do and do that at a high level. And then the trade happens and, you know, things change in this league quickly. But the ones that can pivot and keep things positive and the energy high with all the injuries, we had guys sitting out that game against Cleveland. And so, but we turned the page quickly and put ourselves in a position to win on the road in Philly. And so when you look at the team is playing hard with all the change and injury. And so that's a big compliment to those guys that are playing who, you know, because of the injuries or because of the trade. And so for me as a coach, one of the leaders is to give those guys confidence, and those guys have responded in a positive way.
Jay, you've always prided yourself on being honest with players, and I think you've given Luka harsh feedback in the past, and publicly or privately, whatever it is. How has he generally taken that kind of feedback, like that sort of honest, even whether it's a critique or setback or whatever it is in the past? How's he reacted to adversity or criticism?
He's always responded in a positive way. I don't know if it's harsh. I think sometimes we're just asking as a coach, can you participate on the defensive end? And he did. And he put us in the Western Conference Finals. He helped us get to the Western Conference Finals again and then to the finals. Just understand, can we play faster? It's not harsh. And he agreed. And he was up for that challenge, and we played faster. So he's one that loves to be coached. He loves to be told the truth. And so he will respond in a positive way always, because he loves the game. He loves to play the game at a high level, and he wants to win.
Just as a quick follow-up, like, you know, everything he's heard since the trade has probably been a little harsh, maybe if I can project, right?
Yeah.
How do you think he processes this? I know you haven't talked to him, but you know him pretty well.
Well, everything you hear is not true. We have a job to do. The media has a job to do. Everybody has a job to do. Is it all true? Probably not. And so sometimes you can't listen to the noise. And the great ones can block the noise out and overcome what's maybe true or what's maybe not true. Everybody has an angle, everybody has a conspiracy theory. This is the game of basketball. It's a business. And great ones have been traded. And so,
You got traded.
well, I'm not a great one. But, when you look at others that have been traded, they keep moving on. Yes, you're going to be mad. Everyone's human. And so, but that's the small print in professional sports that a lot of people don't see or pay attention to, is that you can be traded or you can be cut. But how do you respond after that is what everybody wants to see, and I truly believe Luka's going to be fine.
Jason, over here to your right. All the way to the right. Good afternoon. You've got a guy like Moses Brown. You mentioned that this is a league. He's on a 10-day, so he's playing not just for an opportunity here, but across the league in general. What have you seen from him thus far? And when you have a guy that's kind of playing